Good morning, I'm Paolo del Rosario. Welcome to Weather HQ on BNC, the Billionaire News Channel. Today's headlines. PAGASA is monitoring a low-pressure area west-northwest of Palawan. I'll speak with PAGASA later on to see how it will affect weather conditions today. Dozens of people were killed in a massive flooding in Bosnia and in Thailand. More on our global weather. And a non-profit organization is on a mission to achieve zero exclusion, zero carbon, and zero poverty. We'll have the coordinator 30 House Philippines later on in the show to tell us about their advocacy. Let's take a look at the local weather. PAGASA says two weather systems are affecting the country. At 4 a.m. today, a low-pressure area was estimated at 165 kilometers west-northwest of Coron, Palawan, right over here to be exact. Now, this LPA is embedded along the Intertropical Convergence Zone, or ITCZ, affecting southern Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Now, because of these two weather systems, residents of Mimaropa, Quezon, Rizal, Laguna, Batangas, and the Bicol region should be prepared for some challenging weather conditions. Now, with the forecast of cloudy skies and scattered rains, along with the possibility of flash floods or landslides, it is important to stay informed and take the necessary precautions. Now, residents of the Ilocos region, the Cordillera Administrative Region, Cagayan Valley, and Central Luzon should be aware of the potential for isolated rain showers and thunderstorms, as well as the risk of severe weather conditions that could lead to flooding. Now, if you live in areas prone to flooding or landslides, pay attention to the weather and be prepared to evacuate if necessary. Now, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers are also expected here in Metro Manila, right over there, and for the rest of the country as well. Now, be ready for sudden thunderstorms because of the ITCZ. Secure outdoor items and ensure that your property is equipped to handle the heavy rains. Now, there is currently no gale warning in effect, allowing seafarers to venture out safely. However, please remain vigilant and take the necessary precautions as weather conditions can change unexpectedly. Stay safe and enjoy your time on the water. Now, to know what we should expect with the LPA inside the Philippine Area of Responsibility, or PAR, and if there are any other weather disturbances that might affect the country, we have with us on the phone, PAGASA Weather Specialist, Glyza Escolar. Glyza, magandang umaga.
Magandang umaga rin sa iyo, Paolo.
Glyza, based on PAGASA's forecast, the LPA inside the PAR is embedded alongside the ITCZ. Does it mean the chances of this developing into a tropical cyclone is higher?
No, Paolo. This low-pressure area inside the Philippine Area of Responsibility is expected to dissipate or weaken later today or early morning tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And aside from yung LPA na to, outside the PAR, may isang tropical depression that you're monitoring. Are we expecting this tropical depression to affect the country anytime soon?
Yeah, Paolo, yung nasa labas ng Philippine Area of Responsibility na isang tropical depression ay hindi naman, sa ngayon, hindi natin inaasang papasok ng Philippine Area of Responsibility, hence hindi rin siya makaka-apekto sa anumang bahagi ng ating bansa.
Last month, Liza, 6 na tropical cyclones ang pumasok sa PAR. How many are we expecting this October?
For October, we are expecting 2 to 3 tropical cyclones to enter and affect the Philippine Area of Responsibility.
Glyza Escolar, maraming salamat. That was PAGASA Weather Specialist, Glyza Escolar. Now, let's take a look at the weather conditions in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Now, generally fair weather conditions are expected in Lawag, Tuguegarao, Baguio, Olongapo, and Tagaytay. Now, here in our HQ in Cubao, Quezon City, though, we are expected, or at least we were told to expect, the cloudy skies with rain showers this morning. But the sun may make an appearance at times and again, but always be prepared for possible rain showers and thunderstorms all throughout the day. Kaya naka-jacket ako because today, the weather, when we stepped outside, was a bit rainy, was a bit wet. So do watch out for that. Let's take a look at all of this here though. Lawag, Tuguegarao, Baguio, everything looking the same throughout the region. Legazpi in particular, a bit different here with cloudy skies with rain showers and thunderstorms, as well as Puerto Princesa right over there. Now, remember, you can expect all of that because of the nearby LPA and, of course, the ITCZ. Please stay updated on the weather and take necessary precautions. Let's go down to Visayas, particularly in Bacolod, Iloilo, Metro Cebu, Tacloban, and with these areas, you can expect cloudy skies with rain showers. Let's take a look at that here. Iloilo, Bacolod, Tacloban, and Metro Cebu, all of them having similar weather conditions here, with Iloilo and Bacolod in particular having higher temperatures compared to Tacloban and in Metro Cebu. Now, always be ready for sudden severe thunderstorms that may cause flash floods and landslides. Let's go down to Mindanao. Generally, fair weather conditions are expected in Metro Davao, Cagayan de Oro, and Zamboanga. Again, we urge everyone to stay updated on local weather forecasts and be prepared for potential changes in the weather conditions. As you can see here, Cagayan de Oro, Metro Davao, and Zamboanga all having very similar weather conditions, with around 33 degrees being the high in both Zamboanga and Davao. Now, let's check if the weather will give us a productive week ahead. Again, happy Monday to everyone. Here's a 3-day weather forecast coming from PAGASA. Let's take a look at Metro Manila. Now, despite the cloudy skies and rain showers we are experiencing this morning in Metro Manila, generally, fair weather conditions are expected to prevail in the next 3 days. Let's take a look at that here. Tuesday, all the way up to Thursday, weather expected to be the same, generally fair, 32 degrees, the high coming on Wednesday and on Thursday in particular. Let's go down to Cebu. Maayong buntag to all of the Metro Cebu residents. Here are your weather conditions for the next 3 days. Now, fair weather conditions are expected to continue in your area until Thursday, with temperatures potentially rising to 32 degrees Celsius. Now, look at that here. Everything the same all the way up till Thursday. Hopefully no surprises all the way towards the end. I'm feeling a bit hungry, so let's all go down to Davao for the durian capital of the country. Metro Davao, the 3-day weather forecast here. Same weather conditions are also expected to continue up until Thursday. Temperatures are a bit higher than Metro Manila, as we saw a while ago. In Metro Davao, it may reach up to 33 degrees Celsius. Take a look at that here. Tuesday, all the way to Thursday. Similar temperatures, similar weather conditions. Now, when we return, we'll get to know more about 30 House Philippines, advocacy to protect the environment. Keep it here on Weather HQ. You're still watching Weather HQ. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Nonprofit organization 30 House Philippines participated in the 2024 30 Assembly last Saturday. Their collective mission is to work towards zero exclusion, zero carbon, and zero poverty. To enlighten us more on their goals, joining us via Zoom is their coordinator of 30 House Philippines, Maricara Baticolon. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm sorry I used your whole name there, but let's go on first and talk about what 30 is. Can you tell us a bit first about when it was formed, the international body, and of course the local one, and what it has done so far to achieve its mission?
Thanks, Paolo. Good morning. It's good to come for this interview right before your weather update. So 000, as you said, it's actually a global movement with the 000 Global Alliance, co-founded by two NGOs called ACTED, it's an INGO, and the local NGO here, Gawad Kalinga, which really aims to achieve zero exclusion, zero carbon, and zero poverty through 3 pillars. We connect different actors together, we unleash capabilities through different trainings, and we innovate by supporting innovative solutions that really accelerate the need for this 000 vision to happen.
Well, there was that assembly we mentioned a while ago. Can you tell us a bit about sino nag-participate dito? And of course, what were, at least for you, the most interesting insights that was shared for the fight against climate change?
Right. We organized this 2024 3-0 Assembly, co-created with more than 20 organizations working on civil society, nonprofit organizations, social enterprises, local government units, and all other sectors to really reflect on what is ahead for us towards 2050. How do we create a shared roadmap to bring that 3-0 vision into a reality, especially for the Philippines? And one really striking insight that we really got from the conversations in the morning, where we had talks on education, civic action, and entrepreneurship, is that we are not collaborating enough, and we need to have a concerted effort if you want to address these interconnected issues. Because, for example, you talk about the weather earlier, climate change is actually definitely affecting the poorest of the poor. It might leave people behind. So we need to make sure that all organizations, all sectors are on board and are actually cooperating. So this assembly was an avenue also for different organizations to connect with one another and explore collaborations so that we can really have a systemic solution towards different issues that we're facing. Especially in the Philippines, we know that we're one of the most vulnerable countries to climate impacts, but we don't really contribute a lot to carbon emissions globally. So with this inter-country, inter-organization collaboration, we want to bring forth these solutions on the ground and really reach the poorest of the poor and the most vulnerable through the different activities of the organizations who are part of the 3-0.
Yeah, Mai, you mentioned it a while ago, collaboration, there's a lack of it. Is that the biggest stumbling block in this advocacy in particular? And of course, what can be done to address this lack of coordination?
That's a good question, Paolo, no? Because one of the striking messages that was really put forth during the assembly was that in the work of sustainability, there shouldn't be competition. There has to be concerted collaboration between organizations. I know we actually see this, especially, for example, with private sector, with NGOs, let's say, competing for funding, or civil society organizations. But we have very big problems, very complex problems that we need to solve. And this is where there is openness, and we are really happy with the assembly where organizations were really so excited to work with others, because you have organizations, let's say, who have expertise in the education space, and they want to look at how do we reach more communities. And that's where the civil society organizations come in. And we have entrepreneurs who can bring forth innovative solutions in innovation to really catalyze action in these communities.
For those who want to join 3-0, and of course, for those who want to help out in your cause, how can they do so? And of course, how can we follow the work that you do?
Great. So we have our social media on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So feel free to just send us a message. And we'd definitely love to have more organizations who believe in this 000 vision to join us. You can either be part of the signatories of our 3-0 charter.
All right, so it looks like we lost Mai Biticolon of 3-0 House Philippines, but then as she was mentioning, Mai is back. So Mai, sorry, you got cut off there just a bit. Could you kindly repeat that just so everyone can go and check you guys out?
So you can message us on our social media pages, 3-0 House Philippines. And we definitely love to have organizations who also believe in the same vision. So how you can support is definitely by sharing also your capacities, resources, whatever your expertise is, you are welcome here. And if you are an organization who needs help, feel free to also send us a message. And we would love to see how we can mobilize the local community here in the Philippines and also link with other 3-0 houses globally.
Mai, before we let you go, a final pitch to those who are thinking about it, but then may need a little nudge to come in and actually help you guys out. Why is this important?
If you feel that sometimes you are alone in this mission, the 3-0 will show you that we are all in this together, and we actually have a lot of organizations who are really hopeful and working towards it. So hopefully we get to see you in the next 3-0 events.
Ayun, para kay Mai Biticolon, 3-0 is the one. Maraming salamat, Mai Biticolon of 3-0 House Philippines.
Thank you, Paolo.
All right, so global weather is up next. Stay tuned to Weather HQ here on BNC, the Billionaire News Channel. This is Weather HQ. Let's take a look at the weather around the world. Torrential rains and landslides hits parts of Bosnia, leaving 21 people dead. Waters are receding after the floods that struck Bosnia on Friday, but many roads in affected towns remain blocked and large areas are still covered in debris. Rescuers were digging through rubble in the village of Donja Habalanika on Sunday morning in search of people who went missing. The floods are the deadliest to hit the Balkan country in years. This summer, the Balkans were hit by long-lasting record temperatures causing a drought. Scientists said the dried-out land had hampered the absorption of floodwaters. Now let's take a look at the forecast over in Bosnia. Here in Bosnia, good weather conditions are expected today, but come Tuesday and Wednesday, rain showers again will affect the weather. But then, of course, will improve again as the weeks come by. Here, particularly on Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, a bit rainy weather there. But for today, a bit fair weather. Now, a local health official says that flash flooding in Chiang Mai, Thailand, has left at least 3 people dead. More than 100 elephants at the Elephant Nature Park in Chiang Mai province were moved to higher ground to escape rapidly rising floodwaters. Elephants also drowned in rapidly rising floodwaters north of the city. A senior official said that authorities and conservationists are rushing to rescue elephants. Authorities reported that 117 elephants had been saved and that the water level had receded slightly. Good weather conditions expected today. However, tomorrow light rains are expected come Wednesday, and of course Friday will show improved weather conditions. Another look at that here. Tuesday and Wednesday, of course, with Thursday showing an improvement of weather all throughout the week. Of course, starting out today, it'll be fairly good weather, but Tuesday the rains will come. But by Thursday, a lot better weather for everyone to deal with over there. Over to India, farmers in Bihar, India face severe challenges due to recent floodings that has devastated their rice crops. With around 1.8 million people affected, the situation is dire as the state braces for more rain and thunderstorms. These extreme weather conditions underscore the vulnerability of agriculture in the region and the need for better disaster preparedness and support for farmers. Good news in India, though, as good weather is expected today and improving weather is forecasted in the upcoming days. As we show here, good weather all the way out, all through till Thursday, with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms happening on Thursday. Now back here at home, disaster risk experts say crowdsourced data can help better predict the effects of the tropical storms and typhoons that regularly batter the Philippines and at the same time save lives. When Typhoon Gamy, locally named Karina, hit the country in late July, Mahar Lagmay, the head of the Nationwide Operational Assessment of Hazards, or NOAA, requested people to submit photos of floodings in their area. Lagmay explains this can contribute to the project's flood hazard models, testing the accuracy of current models and correlate the amount of rain to the actual level of flooding and help predict future flood hazards. The typhoon killed 48 people in the Philippines and nearly 100 elsewhere in the region. And that's the latest weather information here on Weather HQ. I'm Paolo del Rosario. See you again tomorrow, whatever the weather, here on the Billionaire News Channel.